We started with over 640 contestants, and we're down to 96. But we are going to introduce you to 8 superstars leading the way into this championship Sunday. In the bareback bronc riding, standing before you is a 30-year-old and 3-time world champion bareback rider. Say hello to Tim O'Connell. 8 trips to the national finals, 3 world titles for the man that steps before you. Now we turn to the steer wrestling. You are looking at a man from Gonzales, Louisiana, who in 8 trips to the national finals has come home with 3 gold buckles, including the reigning one. This is reigning world champion, Tyler Wagespack. When we turn to the team roping, there's nothing but greatness in the man standing before you. He's been to the national finals 19 times. He's won the world championship 3 times, and he's also won the National Western twice. Say hello to world champion hitter from Billings, Montana, Clay Triumph. The same could be said for the man he will rope with. Leading the healers in on this day is a 13-time NFR qualifier and a 2-time National Western champ. How loud can you get for Jake Long? When we go to the classic event of saddle bronc riding, you've got a classic cowboy from the land down under. He calls Goondiwindi, Australia home. He's a Ram National Circuit Finals champ. He's a college national champ. And he's your saddle bronc riding star, Jake Finley. In the tie-down roping, you're about to meet a man who became the first rookie to win the World Championship in 35 years in 2019. In 2021, he would finish in the reserve World Championship spot. But make no mistake, he has some of the fastest hands in the game. Leading your tie-down ropers, World Champion, Haven Midget. In the barrel racing, you'll be meeting a 15-time NFR qualifier. She is a 2-time world champion, and she is a 4-time champion of the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo. Say hello to Brittany Posey Tanasi. And finally, in the bull riding, a young man that has captured the heart of the entire rodeo profession. He is a 3-time and reigning all-around champion of the world. He's the reigning world champion saddle bronc rider and the 2020 world champion bull rider. From Utah, Stetson Wright. And we're going to begin with our leader, Mr. Paul Andrews, the president and CEO of the National Western Stock Show, and with the Survey Championship Rodeo Company that produces the largest rodeos in the world, 2nd-generation rodeo producer with Survey Championship out of Sterling, Colorado, representing the entire team. This is Mr. Binion Survey. And now, friends, I'd ask all of you who love America to please stand and remove cover. As Haley Fredrickson brings the flag of Old Glory one step forward, it is time to honor our nation with our national anthem. And here to sing it for us is the voice of Britta Krakovic.
Oh, say to see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was beautifully done. Let's hear it for her one more time. Britta Krakovic with the singing of our national anthem. How many proud Americans do we have in this Denver Coliseum on a Sunday afternoon? 116 years strong, we are a grand tradition. So let's start it with another tradition of the National Western. Say hello to the Western Air.
To ride. Bam-a-lam, get ready to ride. Bam-a-lam, get ready worldwide. I love 305 in the strip. Go ahead, girl, get loose, get lit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the win. That boy so solid, that's what happened when you come from the bottom. 305, Paradise City wasn't so pretty. Now shake that thing. Work that thing. Drop that thing. Put your hands up. Now say, whoa, get ready, bam-a-lam. Whoa, get ready, bam-a-lam. Whoa, get ready, bam-a-lam. Get ready to ride. Whoa, get ready, bam-a-lam. Whoa, get ready, bam-a-lam. Whoa, get ready, bam-a-lam. Get ready to ride.
You can see them, but they need to hear you. Come on now.
Take it down. If you want a good time, if you want a good time, let me hear you say, hey, everybody say, hey. If you want a good time, if you want a good time, let me hear you say, hey, everybody say, hey. If you want a good time, if you want a good time, let me hear you say, hey, everybody.
For nearly 70 years, they've been a part of the National Western experience. Give them a little more on this Sunday, the Western Airs, under the direction of Bill Schleicher. Well, it's about time to buck 'em, and we'll do it with our friends at Justin Boots, the standard of the West since 1879. They bring you our mobile sports medicine program, the Justin Cowboy Crisis Fund. Justin Boots, #1 in any arena. Your Ram pickup men join us. That is Chase Servey alongside Randy Britton. And now we're going to find out who the champion is. Here's what you need to know. Nothing that happened yesterday or in the previous 2 weeks matters except what happens today. The only way we look back on yesterday or the previous 2 weeks is for a tiebreaker. So the highest mark ride today, the fastest time in the timed events, will leave here as National Western Champions, okay? So we're starting with Wyatt Denny, who is currently number 7 in the world. He's a 26-year-old cowboy in his 7th season as a pro, a 3-time NFR qualifier. He's got a horse underneath him from the Survey brand. This one's called Vitalix Organic Outlaw. I saw this horse, I think, for the first time in Fort Madison, Iowa, at the Cinch Shootout. And let me tell you something about this horse. Strong, powerful. Wyatt Denny knows it. So let's see what the kid from Nevada can do. Number 7 ranked bareback rider in the game as we speak. Here we go. National Finals, bucking horse. That's what I mean about power. He says he's okay. You know, he would have preferred to hang on and use the pickup man, but the Organic Outlaw would have none of it. Half the score from the horse, half the score from the cowboy. 81 points for Wyatt Denny. Now, get ready to watch a young kid. He's only 20 years old. This is his 2nd year as a pro, but look at what he did last year. Last year, he won the Resistol Rookie of the Year. He won the College National Championship, and he won $150,000 in Las Vegas. He went from 12th to 3rd in the world. This is Cole Franks on Guardian Angel, another NFR bucking horse from the Survey string. Guardian Angel. Here comes Franks. Oh boy, look at those feet. He's letting them fly. Oh, he's going to be a bunch. He is going to be a bunch, folks. Watch this replay. See how his toes are turned out? See how he beats the horse to the ground on the front end by setting his feet before the horse's feet hit the ground? How about 87.5 on the Guardian Angel? So, listen up, because this is Vitalix William Wallace. R.C. Landingham, who you'll see later today, won the 4th round at the national finals on this horse. They won the short round here on this horse with an 88-point ride in 2018. That's right, 88 points on this horse in 2018. Vitalix William Wallace in the Survey Championship. Leightonberry, excuse me. He missed most of 2021 due to a broken back. He's back in full force now. Vitalix William Wallace. Oh, there you go. Showing off on that nice black steed with the glass eye. If you look at his face, one of his eyes looks like a glass eye. That's why they named him William Wallace. 86 for Leighton. So he puts himself in the number 2. Frank's still the guy to beat. Don't forget, Colorado State University is a proud partner of the National Western. Proud to open the CSU Spur, a new free public education destination. Join us to celebrate the grand opening of the CSU Spur. Okay, Seth Hardwick. Here's a national finalist and one of the all-time great bucking horses from the Survey string. This is Gander Goose. This horse can be a handful, folks. I expect him to come out to the right and then head toward the president's box. And a lot of guys will get bucked off of this horse. Seth Hardwick. Yeah, going toward the president's box. Come on, Seth. Great ride by your Colorado versus the World champion. In 2019, he won Colorado versus the World here. Went to the national finals in 2015, and his ride is going to be 84. Puts him in the top 3. 84 on Gander Goose. Now it's Dean Thompson Folks, this is a young kid. He's 19 years old. This is only his second year riding professionally. He's from Altamont, Utah, and you got to know how big a deal it would be for Dean Thompson to ride Bay Nation and take the lead with an 88. Come on, buddy. Come on, Dean. There you go. Good job, cowboy. He is not scared. The Utah kid from the Beehive State. 82. We'll put him number 4 right now. 82 for Dean. Okay. This is where the rubber meets the road right here. Here is a 30-year-old bareback rider who's been to the national finals 7 times. How good can he be? Last month in Las Vegas, he won the 6th round with a 91-point ride. Oren Larson of English, Manitoba, Canada, has a horse called Hannah's Amos Moses. Hannah's Amos Moses from the Survey string. Right now, it's all Cole Franks at 87.5. Cat, the bucket chute. Wagner Rentz. Trying to sit up on that rigging. Here comes the Canadian. Hannah's Amos Moses. Whoa, yeah. Little Jerry Reed music for you right there. Randy Britton trips the flank. And Oren Larson steps down to the tune of 79 points. Yeah, we wanted more than that for him too, folks. 79 is all it's going to be. Now, you want to talk about a guy that kind of owns this room? Check out Richmond Champion. For example, the guy in the Mountain Dew chute won Colorado versus the World and the National Western here in 2014. He won Colorado versus the World again in 2017. He's 29 years old, coming off his 7th trip to the national finals. He won 90 grand in Las Vegas. He's got Greeley Hatworks Commander. Still trying to catch that 87.5 by Cole. Nice. Nice, Richmond. Looking good, cowboy. Now that's what you would call an honest horse. You know how you see some of them circle, some of them change directions? Not this one. Each jump looks like the jump before it. So you can really stare down the mane and do your job at a high level. 83 points on the Commander for Richmond Champion. So now we look to Donnie Profit. Here's another young guy, folks, from Diamondville, Wyoming. Just 21 years old. This is his 3rd year as a pro. And he's got a horse called Control Freak, which I'll be honest with you, you can barely control Control Freak. Here goes. Donnie doing his thing on the NFR. Oh! He was doing so good until about the 7 seconds in that ride. He was going to be up there, but until that last second, the judges are going to be hard on him for this. See how his feet stay above the break of the shoulders, and he's jerking his feet to the rigging. Everything's fine, but then all of a sudden he's going to get set up on the top of his rigging right there, and his feet drop. And that's why he's only going to be 76 points for the young gun from Wyoming on Control Freak. Now we're getting to where things are going to get really interesting. Here's the guy you met in the opening ceremonies, Tim O'Connell, the 2017 National Western Champion, the 3-time world champion bucking horse rider, who's now in his 10th season as a pro. 3 world championships under his belt. Another NFR bucking horse called Vitalix On Your Own from Survey Championship. Still Cole Franks, the man everybody's trying to beat. You can watch him wedge his hand in that rigging. They use a little bit of a leather bind to help hold on to the horse. Cole and Tim travel together, so he's trying to beat his traveling buddy. O'Connell. Vitalix On Your Own. Not liking the way the little roan is standing. So he's going to move him around a little bit. Put a little pressure on it. There it is. And by the way, that is Cole Franks, the guy that's winning the rodeo right now with an 87.5. He's helping a 3-time world champion beat him. You don't see that in NASCAR. Come on, Tim. Yeah. Oh, boy. Champ of the world showing off. Oh, he was showing off. He'll move into a tie for 4th place money. 83 points for Tim O'Connell. Top 4 money for the champ on Your Own. Okay, now we turn to the youngest cowboy here. This is Rocker Steiner. His dad's a world champion steer wrestler. His granddad's a world champion bull rider. He starred in Yellowstone. He won Odessa with an 86.5, and he's got one of the greatest bucking horses going down the road. Ain't No Angel. Rocker Steiner. Friends, we're just getting started with this kid. He was 87 in Lafayette, 86.5 in Odessa, but today, 87.5, he ties for the lead. So Steiner would win the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker between Steiner and Franks would go Steiner's way. So now anybody else who wants to win this rodeo needs to be 88 or more. And that goes for you, R.C. Landingham, because we know you can do it. Here's the defending champion of the Pendleton Roundup, a 3-time national finalist that won $109,000 in Las Vegas last month. Family tradition, the horse. Survey championship. Ride! Ride! Oh, that guy can let them long legs fly. He's probably the tallest bareback rider here. But when he lets those long legs fly, he's showing off. Moves into a tie for 4th. 84 points for R.C. Landingham. Hey, welcome to Dew Country. Mountain Dew is a proud sponsor of the National Western Stock Show. When you're here with us, do the Dew. That leads us to Nebraska on a Wyoming bucking horse. I got you. Okay. Garrett Shadbolt's a former Resistol Rookie of the Year Award winner. Number 12 in the world right now, and he won $97,000 in Las Vegas last month at the NFR. Not bad. How'd you like to make 97 grand in 10 days? Well, he's got a horse from the Birch Company called Tequila Time. And if you ever know, any of y'all know the Birches, it's always tequila time. All right, Garrett. Got to be 88, buddy. I know you can do it. I know you're going to try to do it. Any Cornhuskers in the house, be sure to help him. Go for it, Garrett. On the national finals horse out of Wyoming. And it's getting crowded at 4th, 5th, and 6th. There's now a three-way tie at 84 points for 4th, 5th, and 6th for Garrett Shadbull. So as we look back on the bareback bronc riding on this final Sunday, and we take a look at that leaderboard, you'll see Steiner and Franks were tied, but the tiebreaker was the higher score in our semifinals yesterday, which means Rocker Steiner is going to be the champion of the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo. And Paul Andrews, our president and CEO, as we say thank you to Justin Boots for bringing us the bareback bronc riding. There's our president and CEO with Rocker Steiner. Congratulations. And now from the Cowboy Channel, joining us on the arena floor is Katie Lucas. Hi, Katie.
Rocker, you have put in the work. You've done the practice. You've been on the practice horses, gotten the right people in your corner. You're 18 years old. How good does it feel to see all that hard work paying off?
Man, I love my family. I love my friends. I love everybody here. And, you know, it feels so great to be as young as I am and be able to be here in front of you guys. And, oh, my God, I'm just so happy and out of breath. And let's go!
Nothing left to say there. Your bareback riding champion of the National Western Stock Show.
Isn't it amazing how a simple little bean can create something so important and so relied upon all over the world? But at the end of the day, coffee is kind of like life. It's only as good as you make it. That's why we're making a promise to ensure you get a perfect, freshly brewed cup of coffee. Every cup of coffee. Because we know each cup plays a special part in your life, and we want to make it great. The freshly brewed guarantee. If you don't love it, we'll replace it.
Don't wait till Super Bowl 56 for a great offer. DraftKings makes you feel like a champion all playoffs long.
Just hit the over! Hey, I want my parlay.
Oh, yes.
Bet $5 to win $280 if your team wins. That's 56-1 odds. DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Jen.
Not the time, Jerry. Not the time.
Since retirement, I've been trying a lot of new things. With Frank's Red Hot, it's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. It's approachably hot, like me. And it's great on all the recipes I've mastered. There's too much free time. Too much free time. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
American Family Insurance filmed a commercial featuring real dads and their kids. No scripts, just family. Because nothing speaks louder than that.
Prayers, prayers, prayers. Time to say our prayers. Dio, Dio, Dio. Are you ready to say your prayers? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses.
Uh-oh.
He survived the sudden death rounds yesterday. He made his way out of the 2-head average to the top 24, but now it's all sudden death. Fastest time wins. Manning, North Dakota. Okay. Woo. Well, he just told everybody if you're going to win it, you're going to have to beat me to do it. 4.4 for Riley on the Aero replay. Got too much giddy up and not enough sleep? Visit our Mattress Firm booth today. Head over now. Kick off your boots and enjoy a moment of R&R. We are here for it. So next is Kyle Broach. If you're listening carefully, this is your only Colorado Cowboy in the steer wrestling today. from Chirac, Colorado. Kyle, 14th year bulldogging professionally.
Lights.
Takes 2 horses. The Hazers horse is acting a fit right now. So the Hazers' job is just to keep the steer running straight. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Boyd.
Guess who I talked to before the rodeo today?
Who?
You know Jimmy Powers, right?
Yep.
Pops, right?
Pops.
All the great people he hazed for all those years.
Bad motor scooter. That was the horse.
Yeah, and don't forget Yellow Dog.
Yep.
All right, Kyle Broach. Sure off. Oh, he's down. There you go. 1/10 of a second too long to take the lead. 4-5 for the 32-year-old. Ram is the official truck of the National Western Stock Show when it comes to trucks. Ram has the longest lasting, most durable line. Text Ram Rodeo to 999-222 for your chance to win $100,000 toward the truck of your dreams. All right, Josh Garner, here's your Colorado versus the world champion from 2019. Live Oak, California's Josh Garner. He is not the tallest bulldogger here, but man, this guy has got great athletic ability. Watch Garner. Down on the ground. Check that out. Woo! We're locked in a tie. 4.4 for the cowboy from California. You know, that's one of the things that shocks me when you think about Jimmy. You know, he had those 2 world champion horses and all those world champion cowboys, served on the PRCA board for over 20 years, served on the NFRC for over 20 years, and he's not in the Hall of Fame as a notable. If he's not a notable, who is? It still shocks me.
Justin Rumford. Okay, I promised I wouldn't say anything, but I do want to say this.
What's that?
Also on this beautiful Sunday, in 1 hour and 40 minutes, we're going to watch the Kansas City Chiefs win their playoff game today, okay? I'm neither. How many people think Kansas City's going to win? Okay, honestly, just be honest.
How many of y'all are like, go Bills? Here's Ringo Robinson. Houston, Idaho. No. Hang on, Ringo. 6-2 for Mr. Robertson. So, you know, can I give you a little tip?
What?
It's called analyze your audience.
Oh, no, I'm not taking sides.
No, listen.
I wasn't taking sides.
I'm telling you, you're in Denver, okay?
Home of the Denver Broncos, everybody. Huh? Okay, and Boyd, just for the record, and you can verify this, everybody, I do love the Broncos. I'm friends with their middle linebacker, okay? The Outlaw. So,
yeah, you all had him on your podcast, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So give me a little love. Give me a little love, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Hey, here's the guy you're going to love to watch, Rowdy Parrott. 27, 2-time NFR qualifier.
Yeah.
All he does is win first. 4.2 for Rowdy.
Everybody.
I think so. That's a little more of a Saturday night.
I don't know. I like.
Oh, you want to know what Soundboy just said to me?
What?
He goes, "Hey, you announce. I'll play the music."
Analyze your audience, Boyd.
Well, I'm fixing to slap a couple of guys. Is what's fixing to happen. Jesse Brown, Baker City, Oregon. Coming off his second trip to the NFR where he won $73,000. Oh, steer hunt a leg. That's going to put him at 4.7 for Brown. 4.7. We'll put him in the number 5 spot right now. So
let's not slap anybody. let's all be. It's Sunday, okay? We do this at church sometimes. Right now, I want everybody here to turn to somebody you've never met and introduce yourself, okay? Everybody meet a new friend. Give them a fist bump.
Turn around, look around. Somebody you didn't come to the rodeo with. Somebody you don't know.
Everybody, did you?
There you go.
See, positivity, love.
Adam Musil, here's your buddy. 20-year-old cowboy, folks. In his second season, and he is one excited cowboy to be here right now. Hang on. 4-9 for Adam Lynn.
There we go.
Thank you. So set your popcorn down, folks. This is the guy you met in our opening ceremonies. He is the reigning world champion steer wrestler. He has won the world championship 3 times and in 7 trips to the national finals. He won $213,000 in Las Vegas last month. Tyler Bareback. 4-2 or faster. Going back to the tiebreaker now. The curious thing is both the Louisiana guys are tied. Yeah, Rowdy Parrott and Tyler Bareback. Tyler, of course, will win the tiebreaker because of the better performance yesterday. But we're not done. We still got another Louisiana guy to go. I bet he rides the same horse. So we'll see how that works out. It's Mike McGinn of Haines, Oregon. Mike. Oh boy! No need for a tiebreaker. Ha ha! That's how you put the 5 slam-a-jam. You are giving him so much material. Okay, how many of y'all would like to see a 3.5? Huh?
Yeah.
Look, if a 3.6 is possible, so is a 3.5, especially with this guy riding in. This is Kyle Irwin of Robertsdale, Alabama. His nickname is the Alabama Slammer. 5 trips to the national finals for the 31-year-old. And again, that Hazen horse, the Doggin horse. So tough. 2 horses, 2 cowboys, 1 Corianese steer. All of them have their own brain. All of them have their own feelings about what we're doing right here. Okay. So they're discussing maybe getting well, now here we sit, maybe getting a different hazer. Yeah.
I'll do it.
You'll do it? You're more like a roadblock than a hazer.
You block roads.
Kyle Irwin. Come on, Alabama Slammer! 1 legs, 4 5/10 of a second. See, all 4 legs in the nose got to be in the same direction as he gets a knuckle butt. A couple of high fives. This will lead us to Bubba Boots, St. Anthony, Idaho. 25-year-old cowboy in his 5th year doing this for a living. Here comes Bubba. Knot of the head. Oh, Hazer's trying to bump him over. Well, that's why they call it wrestling. So when you watch the Hazer, the horse is starting to cut out to the left on Bubba. So his horse is going to go left, and the Hazer's like, hey, let me bump him over for you. And he did, but then this steer was just like a redwood tree to throw to the ground. And he broke the barrier too, so that's going to be a 17-3. Not what he wanted. So here's how it looks. Mike McGinn from Haines, Oregon, the 27-year-old has got to sweat this guy. Tristan Martin, the 25-year-old from Sulphur, Louisiana. He won the 3rd round of the national finals with a 3.7. So if he can throw one in 3.7 in Vegas, can he throw one in 3.5 in Denver? Tristan Martin, here we go. Look out. Nope. But that's good enough to put him second. That'll put him in the top 2 as Arrow brings you the replay. Just a little rocket kick to make him fall. And here are your standings. Mike McGinn with a half-second lead over Tristan Martin. Parrott and Wegasback will share 3rd and 4th place money. Hope you enjoyed the steer wrestling. It was all brought to you by Pendleton Whiskey, the official whiskey of the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo. And joining us on the arena floor once more, our president and CEO, Mr. Paul Andrews. And he is giving the buckle to Big Mike McGinn from Haines, Oregon. Nice job, Big Mike. You stay right there for a second, buddy, because Katie Lucas would like to have a word with you.
Mike, winning the National Western Stock Show is an absolute marathon. You have to run up 4 steers here. How special is that buckle in your hand, knowing just what you had to go through and everything that had to go right to make it happen?
Yeah, it just feels pretty good. I didn't win a lot in the first 2 rounds or really anything, so but yeah, feels good to come out and win something. Get the buckle.
Well, you've got a big check coming your way now, Mike. Congratulations, you're steer wrestling champion of the National Western.
Thank you, Katie. Congratulations, Mike. So let's take this opportunity to say thank you to some of our investors, the people that keep us afloat year-round, and that would include Centura Health. They're proud to present the National Western Stock Show. At Centura, we're creating flourishing communities in the West, then, now, and always. Welcome to Dew Country. Mountain Dew is a proud sponsor of the National Western Stock Show. And with more than 100 nonstop destinations, Frontier Airlines will take you there and save you a bundle along the way. Visit flyfrontier.com. Low fares done right. Speaking of Frontier, I hope you know that they are America's greenest airline. Be sure to go to flyfrontier.com to check out their low fares done right, but they're bringing us the Mutton Bustin'. First up is Ava Lynn. Ava Lynn. 77 for Ava, 77. Here's a 7-year-old Declan Maxwell, Centennial. Come on, Declan. It looks like our sheep went to a dispensary this morning or something. 78, Beckett Hill, 6 years old for Cherry Hills. Ha-ha! Now we got something cooking. 82 for Beckett Hill from Cherry Hills, Colorado. Ellie Gilchrist, 6 years old from Elizabeth. How about 89 points? Paisley Luark, 7 years old from Burns, Colorado. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good job, Paisley. 86 for your cowgirl from Burns. Reagan Nelson is 6 years old from Golden, Colorado. Oh boy. Switching gears. $87 for Reagan. Grant Campbell, 6 years old from Monument. Whoa, Grant. Woo, 80 even for Grant on the Speedster. Here's Cooper Crump, 6 years old from Fort Lupton. And then 81 for Cooper, 81. Cameron Napola-Lilly. Cameron Napola-Lilly from Centennial. Good work. 85 for Cameron. And Sophia Chiesa, 6 years old from Arvada. $79 for Sophia, 79. Well, on behalf of Frontier Airlines, that does it for your mutton busting today. But we want to go ahead and crown a champion. We always do. And it was Ellie Gilchrist with an 89-point ride from Elizabeth, Colorado. But Frontier Airlines wants every one of our mutton busters to know that they deserve something special just for having the courage to climb aboard today. So we've asked a bunch of champion cowboys to present each one of these mutton busters with a champion's trophy. And once they take that trophy, our champion cowboys are going to pick them up and raise them high in the air with their hands. We want you to pick them up with your voices. Let's hear it for the Mutton Busters.
King Soopers delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
I keep my home smelling fresh with Pretty Litter. And my cats love it too. Pretty Litter changes colors to indicate potential health issues. Shipping is free, so go to prettylitter.com and order today.
Yeah, a win feels good. But you know what feels better? A BetMGM win. Hitting overs, hitting unders, covering those spreads. Woo! That's how we do, baby. Now hold on a second. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Let's go.
How you doing, sir?
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with a travel peace of mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Collegiate Peaks Bank. We're passionate about supporting local businesses and local people because you're the heart of our local economy. CollegiatePeaksBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At King Soopers, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
So we start with a team that's coming off their first trip to the National Finals Rodeo, where they won $74,000 a man. They won the 6th round with a 3.6-second run. This is Coy Rallman. He's 20 years old. And this is Douglas Rich, his healer, 26 years old. That's called a pantyhose loop. Seriously, whenever the heel loop goes all the way up over the hips of the steer rather than just roping the 2 hind feet, when it's such a good loop it goes all the way that far up, it's called a pantyhose loop. And at 4.4, these guys have set the bar pretty high. Let's go to a 3-time NFR champion and a 13-time NFR qualifier. Luke Brown roping with Hunter Koch. Hunter is a 2-time national finalist as well. Rock Hill, South Carolina for the veteran header. And Vernon, Texas for the young gun healer. Nope. 4.9 with a leg in the field. We'll turn it into a 9.9 for only roping 1 hind heel. Let's go to the Wilderness Circuit. Annabelle, Utah, and American Falls, Idaho. Give us Rhett Anderson and Max Cutler. Hey, stop by and visit the American Furniture Warehouse booth in the Hall of Education, or visit us at any of our 10 locations in Colorado, Arizona, and 2 now open in Texas. You'll be glad you did. Oops. Oh. Justin?
Well, here's the deal. Sometimes that happens. And on a side note, Tom Brady is getting whipped right now by the Rams. On a side note. Unless Tom Brady is watching, how are you? I'm just saying hi. Positive thoughts.
Folks, these guys can rope a steer as fast as any 2 humans living. Cody Snow and Wesley Thorpe. They were college national champions. They're NFR champions. Wesley's a world champ.
Man.
Team roping has kind of hit the ditch. We started with a 4-4. That was beautiful. Then a 9-9. And then 2 no times back to back.
You got to go for it sometimes.
Well, it is Championship Sunday.
Even Michael Jordan missed a few free throws, Boyd. Knowledge.
You know what?
What?
Let's go to Garrett Rogers and Justin Davis. Baker City, Oregon, Cottonwood, California. Garrett's been to the NFR twice. Justin went to 2009. Hard running red steer.
Here we go.
5-4. But nobody's getting close to our first team that was that blazing 4.4. You know what I think we need, Justin?
What's that?
We need a motivational speech.
Okay, I tell you what, some of these ropers are going to go out into the arena and rope their steer and turn back and get a time on the clock. If they do not do that, they're going to be living in a van down by the river.
Well, here's the guys. 5 world championships between them. Clay Smith and Jade Corkle. You don't see that. You just don't see that, folks. 2 world championships for Clay, 3 world championships for Jade. They won $110,000 in Vegas last month. But this is the team that you bet in our opening ceremonies. Clay Tryon and Jake Long. Clay is a 19-time NFR qualifier and a 3-time world champion. Both of these guys have won this rodeo the last 2 years in a row with different partners. Clay won it in 2020, Jake won it in 2019. But now in 2022, can they be 4-3? Oh. 6 flat plus 5 is going to make it an 11 flat with the penalty. So now we watch Tyler Waters and Tyler McKnight. This is the #1 ranked heeler in the world, the #6 ranked header. The header is 34 years old in his 14th season. The heeler went to the national finals in 2017. Waters and McKnight. Just like the steer wrestling, you got to set 2 horses, 2 cowboys. And actually, friends, the start in any of our timed events, the start, how you get out, how you lay that barrier back, how the heeler hazes the steer, it has the most to do with the end time will be. It all starts with that. Now he's going to try to do some fishing, see if he can feed some line, get a legal head catch. And for Tyler and Tyler, not going to work. Let's turn to a couple of brothers. Chase Thompson and Tyson Thompson. Chase is 29, Tyson's 24.
Couple of
right
brothers,
now,
yeah.
folks, I'll just let you know that a clean run and you'll finish in the top 3. See that 4-4, 5-4? The other 2 runs have penalties. So just going out and making a nice clean run with 4 teams left to go. But you got to be greedy too, because that 4-3 means first place. Chase, Tyson. Well, they'll tie him for 2nd and 3rd. They're going to be sitting there when there's a check being paid. So this team won $137,000 a man in Las Vegas. So over $274,000 as a team. Ren Richard, Roosevelt, Utah, world champion Jeremy Bueller of Arrowwood, Alberta, Canada. Richard and Bueller. Look at the eyes on Jeremy's horse on the left of your screen. See how he's studying that shoot? Oh, he cracked the whip. Jeremy, here we go. That'll put him in the top 2. I'm telling you, when Coy Rallman and Douglas Rich, those 2 young 20-somethings from the Great Lakes Circuit, came out and smoked them with a 4-4, everybody had to pay attention. And they're still sitting there now, 10 runs later. Let's go to Texas. Tucker Menz and Blaine Vick. Bernie and Breckenridge. Well, 6 and 5. We'll put him in the number 5 spot in the round, and for that matter, in the rodeo. There's one more team to go, and it's a team of brothers who are sons of a world champion. They won the college national championship last year in their hometown of Casper, Wyoming. This is Kellen and Carson Johnson. Yeah, they're in their early 20s, folks. Kellen to the horns. Oh, no. Carson to the feet. So when we stack up the top 4, the thing you need to keep in mind is the first team that went never got beat. Coy Rallman, Elsinore, Missouri. Douglas Rich, Herrick, Illinois. The Great Lakes Circuit Cowboys. All of that brought to you by Smash Burger. Every bite a better burger. And we'll see our president and CEO on the arena floor. ready to give our team ropers their champion buckles. There's Paul Andrews. How about it, folks? How loud can you get for Coy Rallman and Douglas Rich? The Great Lakes Circuit team is going to leave here with a big buckle and a big check. Thank you, Paul Andrews. And now we'll turn back to Katie Lucas with the Cowboy Channel. She'll have a chance to have a word.
You two were our pace setters in the team roping 4-4, your very first team out. How nerve-wracking was it to sit back and have to watch each and every team go after you, waiting to see if you would win this title?
Well, it was pretty nerve-wracking. I want my buddies to do good, but I want to do good too, so.
Both of you are coming off of your first NFR qualification. How good is it to start off the 2022 season knowing that your names are here to stay at the top of the leaderboard?
It feels pretty good to do our job and make good runs, and luckily it worked out for us.
Well, congratulations to both of you. You're team roping champions here at the National Western Stock Show.
Thank you, Katie. Congratulations, Coy and Douglas.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Coffee is kind of like life. It's only as good as you make it. That's why we're making a promise to ensure you get a perfect, freshly brewed cup of coffee. Every cup of coffee. The freshly brewed guarantee. If you don't love it, we'll replace it.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home now. I'm sorry now I am.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Life has taught you many lessons. Like one size fits all never seems to fit. That's why a Cigna Medicare plan gives you care that fits your health needs and budget. You've also learned that word of mouth means words you can trust, so you can feel confident with Cigna, because 4 out of 5 customers would recommend a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan to their friends and family. Learn more at CignaMedicare.com, because life has taught you well.
Time to lace them up. Take a tour of the city. Run Sloan's Lake, the stadium, downtown, and through the Denver Zoo. Run the Denver Colfax Marathon, presented by Cigna. 2 days, 7 races. Register now for Denver's largest race.
To 1880, as Scott Smith brings us the J.E. Dunn Construction stage line, recognized as ENR Mountain State's Contractor of the Year. J. Dunn Construction is incredibly proud to partner with the National Western Center in delivering the CSU Spur, a 3-building public campus focused on food, water, and health that connects people to the food they eat and enhances their appreciation for agriculture. The man driving the hitch built it with his own 2 hands and also trained the 6 matching black horses that are pulling it. He's a Cowboys cowboy that's been a part of our National Western family for about 4 decades or so. He's absolutely ageless, so give him a warm welcome on this final Sunday. That is Mr. Scott Smith. Good to see you, buddy. So, folks, we can't say enough good things about Aero Electronics. Look, they sponsor our bullfighters. They sponsor our replays. They sponsor our ride of the night. I mean, Aero Electronics is really, really a huge partner of the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo. And riding on top is Victor Gao. He's a Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer for Aero Electronics. Thank you to Aero for your continued support of the National Western. We would never want to do it without you. Okay, keep your cameras handy because we're going to go back a little bit farther to the streets of Denver in 1880. When this would have been a common sight. A freight wagon being pulled by draft horses. Say hello to the Clydesdales from Winfield, Kansas, and the Broken Spoke Ranch. That's Mark DeCutis driving that hitch as those big feather-footed giants, 24 thundering hooves, about 2,000 pounds apiece. Means there's 12,000 pounds of horse flesh. And it's awesome to have Mark in that hitch with us today. Riding shotgun on the hitch today is the chairman of the board of the National Western Stock Show. That's Mr. Doug Jones. Listen, folks, Doug has been involved with the show for more than 30 years. His knowledge and experience has helped us grow, and we appreciate his dedication and vision. Thanks for all you do for the National Western, Doug. We love you for it. Also on the hitch is Seal and Ron Williams. Ron is the 2022 Citizen of the West. 2 weeks ago, we also cut the ribbon on the newly constructed Seal and Ron Williams yards. Thanks for making that vision come to life, Ron and Seal, and for all you do and have done for the National Western. Hat is off to you for that, no doubt about it. We also want to recognize someone who is dedicated, think about this, folks, over 50 years to the National Western, 50 years of his life. Mr. Alan Brunson. The Brunson family started working for the show in 1972. He's still with us today. Say thank you to Mr. Alan Brunson for his 5 decades of service. And finally, Phil, you're lucky you're not sitting with your wife or we're going to make you kiss her. Yep. He's the director of marketing for Lifetime Windows and Siding, Phil Odell, who gave us the Kiss Cam this year. Phil, thanks so much for bringing it. Okay, let's turn back to Scott and our friends from Aero Electronics. We're 5 years out. No doubt about it. As he rides with Victor Gao, the Senior Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer, on that authentic stage line. Now we'll go back to Mark DeCutis. And let's be honest, folks, our economy and our way of life has advanced, right? We have semi-trucks and trailers and tractors and airplanes. We don't need a hitch like this anymore, really. We don't need a VCR. We don't need a typewriter. We throw those things away. But I am so very thankful for people like Mark DeCutis that want to keep this way of life alive for future generations to see what life was like when the West was won. To Seal and Ron Williams, to Chairman Doug Jones, to Phil Odell and Mr. Alan Brunson. Hope you enjoyed your day with us today. Thank you, Mark DeCutis and the Broken Spoke Clydesdales, Winfield, Kansas. We're coming back to the bucket shoots. It's time to crown another champion. Colorado, the way you start your day matters, so start your day with 9 News Mornings. Watch 9 News Mornings on Colorado's news leader. Ram pickup men are back in the saddle. Chase Servey along with Randy Britton. First cowboy to go is on a Servey horse called Wyatt Earp. Shorty Garrett, Eagle Butte, South Dakota. He went to the national finals in 2020. This guy's bloodline includes Casey Tibbs, Mark and Marvin Garrett. I mean, every end of the rodeo arena is represented in Shorty Garrett's blood. 8th year as a pro in the bronc riding. An extreme saddle bronc riding champion as well. I think this is a stud horse, folks. I'm not sure, but Wyatt Earp, Shorty Garrett. Oh, jump, kick, fire, and spur. Well, this is kind of like the team roping, folks. The first guy just came out, and he's going to set a mark for everybody else to beat. Come on, let's hear it for Shorty. Good work with the Badlands. Oh, the horse stumbled. I did not see that on the live shot. I did not see it. So there's going to be an option for a re-ride. Whenever a horse does that, there'll be a re-ride option for Shorty Garrett. Let's go to the guy that you met in our opening ceremonies. This is Jake Finley from Goondiwindi, Australia. Watch this guy come up since he first came here from Australia. Went to college at Panhandle State University in Goodwell, Oklahoma. That's Bronc Rider U. Mortician. Finley showing off. Nice long spur stroke, getting up into the mane on that horse. This will get him what he was looking for. 83.5 for Jake. Anything in the 80s is good. So visit the CSU Spur to see science in action, explore exhibits, dig into careers of the future, and learn about food, water, and health. We'll see you at the CSU Spur right here on the National Western Campus. What are the three buildings, Rump?
The Vita, the Hydra, and...
No.
Hold on, it'll come to me.
No,
Hold on.
No, wait. What are the three buildings at the CSU Spur?
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Those were Columbus's ships.
Oh, I meant...
The Vita?
The Vita, the Terra, and the Hydra.
There you go.
I remembered.
Now,
it's not a big deal.
Let's go to a horse called James Bond. Okay. Folks, here's the thing about this horse. This horse is probably older than Sage Newman, who's 23. And he's got a trick. He will not let you mess with him long in the chute before he starts acting stupid. Old and wise. He's like a DB talking to a wide receiver and saying things about his mama. This horse wants to get in the head of the cowboy. And here's the thing, he's in the Mountain Dew chute, so there's no place to roll him to free him up. Now, Joe Bob Locke is the judge talking to the cowboy. And he's nodding. Here we go. James Bond from the Bailey Company. Oh, yeah. The big NFR Bronc is probably going to put this cowboy in a good spot. You bet he moves into the top two. 82.5 for Sage Newman. Now we turn to a Canadian who's a second-generation champ. The 2018 Resist All Rookie of the Year, this is Dawson Hay. Dawson has been to two of the last three national finals. 23 years old, his dad, Rod Hay, was a household name for 2 decades in the sport of professional rodeo, and now his sons are carrying on his tradition. Here's the thing, folks. This is Alpha Dog, Vitalix Alpha Dog. They've won this rodeo on this horse before. It's a national finals horse. They won rounds at the NFR on this horse, and they won this rodeo. I actually, on paper, think Dawson is likely, if he has his day, to take the lead on this horse. And away we go. Yeah. There's the big jump. That's what he does. Then he swoops. And Dawson never weakened. He started strong and finished stronger. Well, it's no longer just on paper, it's in reality. 87 points. Now he's got the lead by 3.5 over the Aussie. Cade Bruno, 2019, Rusty Wright had this horse on this day and was 90 points. This is Classic Equine Hitman from the Survey Company. Cade Bruno is currently number 11 in the world standings. 21 years old in his third year. From Chalice, Idaho. Classic Equine Hitman. Just a nice bronc. And the 21-year-old cowboy is not intimidated. Not at all, because he showed up with a plan and it's working. Scores come together for the cowboy. We're waiting on Judge 1 still. It'll be 87.5. And by a half point, Cade Bruno has just moved into the number 1 spot at the National Western. Somebody's got to buy him a razor. Here's Creighton Curley. Allentown, Arizona, the Birch Bronc. Folks, I bet they've won hundreds of thousands on this horse. Lunatic from Hell. Watch this horse from the Birch String. How many of you would love to give this horse to the boy that's dating your daughter? Tell him to ride it in the parade. Woo! That was rough on Creighton Curley from Allentown, Arizona.
King Soopers delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
When searching for your dream home, it's important to figure out what style of home you like. Victorian, cottage, Tudor.
It's also important to protect your home and all the dreams that come with it.
When looking for your dream home, keep in mind good things come in pairs, like dual sinks, Jonathan and me.
And pairing your home and auto insurance, which can get you one step closer to achieving your dream.
Pretty sure people call it bundling.
Bundle your home and auto insurance and save up to 28%.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
When you combine the soul of a community bank with regional resources, the result is a special kind of superpower. More products, greater flexibility, and a passion for growing local businesses. At Collegiate Peaks Bank, we make our people your people with personalized support, custom transition plans, one-on-one service, and annual reviews. We are determined to put the heart back into banking. CollegiatePeaksBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't wait till Super Bowl 56 for a great offer. DraftKings makes you feel like a champion all playoffs long.
Just hit me over!
Hey, I want my parlay.
Oh, yes.
Bet $5 to win $280 if your team wins. That's 56-1 odds. DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Jen. Not the time, Jerry. Not the time.
Isn't it amazing how a simple little bean can create something so important and so relied upon all over the world? But at the end of the day, coffee is kind of like life. It's only as good as you make it. That's why we're making a promise to ensure you get a perfect, freshly brewed cup of coffee. Every cup of coffee. Because we know each cup plays a special part in your life, and we want to make it great. The freshly brewed guarantee. If you don't love it, we'll replace it.
At Subaru, we know the mountain is where you want to be. The fresh pow, the crisp Rocky Mountain air, the pure, unadulterated adrenaline. And nothing handles winter roads to get you there like a Subaru. This year, Subaru is helping you make tracks in more ways than one. Buy or lease any new Subaru and get 2 season passes to Copper Mountain or Eldora. Conquer the high alpine terrain in world-class bowls at Copper Mountain or the closest resort to the Front Range at Eldora. Visit SubaruMakeTracks.com to find your retailer.
At King Soopers, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Now to Daniel, Wyoming, and another NFR horse from the Birch String. This is another NFR horse from the Birches. They call him Pipsqueak. You know what, folks? If there's any one thing you could ever attend, it would be the Birch Brothers, let's name the horses party. Because by far and away, I work for a lot of different stock contracting firms and see a lot of different names for horses. But the Birches need an award for being the most creative, okay? From Lunatic from Hell. Oh, that's what's involved in the naming process. They call him Pipsqueak because he's not as big as a Birch horse normally is in size. But he's big when it comes time to buck. Tanner's 24. He won Money at the Nile in Billings, Montana. Butner. Wyoming trying to find his way. There you go, Tanner. Little bitty horse, but a whole bunch of heart. As Randy Britton sets him down, we'll watch it a second time. Yeah, just a little bit of a slow start getting in rhythm with the horse. And so that's going to knock him a point or two. 79 points for Tanner Butner, 7-9. Now here's a guy that we almost, and when I say we almost killed this guy, this is not hyperbole, okay? About 3 days ago, this guy got kicked in the back of the head. And thank God for the Justin Sports Medicine team, because there was blood. You know how a head wound bleeds? There was blood running all the way down behind his right ear, and you could actually see the hoof print on the back of his head where the horse kicked him. Here it is. Here's the shot of it. This is Sterling Crawley. And the fact that he's even riding here today, watch, bam. And then when they went to carry him out, look at the blood. Look at the blood right behind his right ear. He's wanting to fight to get away, and now you can see the mark on the back of his head. Okay, Sterling, let's go win a title. Come on, y'all, help him win a title. Redial. That's a good-looking gray from the Survey Company. That's a 30-year-old, 12-year veteran of riding bucket horses. Aero Electronics bringing you the replay. And 82 for Sterling. We certainly hope you are enjoying your time with us at the National Western Stock Show and Rodeo presented by Centura. As we continue to battle it out in the bronc riding. We go now to Logan Cook. Here's the number 8 ranked saddle bronc rider in the world. He's 23 years old in his 3rd year. He's got a horse called Greeley Hatworks 2 Cookies. 2 Cookies is a national finals horse as well. Greeley Hatworks 2 Cookies for the Southpaw. Nice. Go on with it, Logan. Number 8 ranked man in the world. See how he uses his upper body to get his legs moving? I mean, when it's done right, it looks like two people dancing on a dance floor. Watch how he uses his free arm and his upper body to help get his feet where he wants them to be. See how that free arm comes forward, then he throws it back as he throws his feet forward? How about 86 points for the number 8 man in the world? Lefty Marvel Holman from Visalia, California. Now, here's the interesting thing about Lefty Holman. Lefty Holman rides right-handed. Yeah. Can't make that stuff up. Went to the finals in 2020. Vegas Vacation from the Cervi strain. Vegas Vacation. Whoa! That horse busted out of that bucket chute. Kind of a weird trip. Usually when a horse comes out that fast, they stay fast. As Visit Nebraska brings us the replay. But this horse actually slows down when he starts to buck. Yeah. 83.5 is going to put him fourth right now. 83 and a nickel will be fourth. So the two Canadians that qualified for today have, in my opinion, probably the two best horses, okay? Colby Wanchuk of Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, has a horse called Vitalix Womanizer. Now listen, in 2019, this horse was voted the number 1 horse of the National Finals Rodeo. That was by the stock contractors, okay? In 2020, this horse was voted the number 1 saddle bronc horse by the saddle bronc riders themselves. So this is an award-winning bucking horse from the Cervies called Womanizer. Colby Wanchuk, 25 in his 5th year, went to his first national finals. This horse is gonna veer to the left, and about that second jump, this horse is gonna explode. He'll come one jump out, one jump to the left, and then the explosion. If I know it, you know Kobe knows it. One jump out, one there. Go on, Kobe! You're too quiet, Denver. Wagner cat the bucket chute. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the highest marked bronc ride of the whole rodeo. 89 points. Okay, let me set a little drama for you. You think that can't be beat? Listen up. This next horse, Vitalix Ricky Bobby, in the 10th round at the national finals, Stetson Wright rode this horse for 93 points. This is Vitalix Ricky Bobby, and the other Canadian, Cole Ashbacher, number 12 in the world. He won Belfouche, South Dakota last year, but he knows he's got a bucker. This is a TV pen bucket horse. What does that mean? Well, back when the NFR was only televised one night, it was the 10th round, and they saved their best horses for the TV round. And that name has stuck. Cole Ashbacher on Vitalix Ricky Bobby, Cervi Championship bucking horse. There's the nod. Here comes the 8-second fight. Tons of rain. Oh! That's the thing, folks. If you want to win first, you're going to have to expose yourself to the danger of bucking off. The good news is he didn't buck off until after the 8-second whistle, but he's going to be a little light to catch his Canadian neighbor. 86 points on the ride by Cole Aschbacher. So as we stack it up, we have one more re-ride in Shorty Garrett to see if he can upset this apple cart. He's got a horse from the Birches, I believe, called Knockout John. Knockout John is the horse. Now, here's the thing. Shorty's from western South Dakota, Eagle Butte. The Birches, their company is across the border into Wyoming. So if anybody's going to know the Birches horses well, having climbed on them many times, it's going to be Shorty Garrett. Even if he didn't climb on this one, Knockout John, he would have seen this horse go at several of the rodeos up in the Badlands and the Mountain State Circuit that Shorty would attend. So he's getting his back cinched right now, which is a pretty important thing. You don't want the back of that saddle slapping you in the butt and throwing you over the top of the swells for 8 seconds. This is the guy, when he was the first guy to go today. And I was telling you that his great uncle is Casey Tibbs. His cousins are world champion bareback riders. So the blood in his bloodline has cowboy all over it.
Don't take no rhythm. Don't take no style. Got a thirst for
89, the mark to beat. Knockout John. Lots of kick. Let's give him a round for getting on 2 head on one day, shall we? Thank you, Shorty. Still going to end up 6 shy of the top spot as we mark him in at 83 points. Chasing Randy, escort Knockout John out of the gate. And there it is, one Chuck of Canada in front of Bruno Hay and Aschbacher. There's a lot of Canadians in that lineup. All of that was brought to you by 9 News, Colorado's news leader. And there's Kobe right now getting his buckle from our president and CEO, Paul Andrews. One Chuck, Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. And now, Colby, have a word, if you would, with Katie.
Colby, there are rodeos that make up a sort of bucket list for competitors to win. Last year for you, that was San Antonio. This year, you have knocked another one off of your bucket list, winning Denver. How good does that feel?
Oh, it's awesome. It's no better way to start the winter run and get things rolling.
Well, congratulations, Colby. You're saddle bronc riding champion here at the National Western Stock Show.
Thank you, Katie.
What should we do?
I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
Life has taught you many lessons. Like one size fits all never seems to fit. That's why a Cigna Medicare plan gives you care that fits your health needs and budget. You've also learned that word of mouth means words you can trust. So you can feel confident with Cigna, because 4 out of 5 customers would recommend a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan to their friends and family. Learn more at CignaMedicare.com, because life has taught you well.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I'm so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home now, I'm sorry now, I am.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models or save up to $42.62 on select models.
The Western Airs have always stood for what is right with America, the fact that young people exhibiting the hard work and dedication that is necessary can succeed. But this group knows that to truly succeed, they must commit themselves, just as their forefathers did, in order to obtain the benefits and blessings of the freedom they enjoy. Our way of life is worth working for and protecting, and so many who have graduated from the Western Airs, who respect the discipline and the teamwork, have went on to wear the uniform of the United States of America and protect our nation. They fly the flag of our nation with pride and resolve. And now, with the final ride of the colors, the only pay they're going to get comes from you, the Western Airs. Pass in review. Under the direction of Bill Schleicher.
King Soopers delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Hey, my man, remember how intense I was when I was in the league?
Sure.
And now, I'm retired. Got everything on chill mode.
Chill mode, Mr. Garnett.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Big ticket hitting big parlays. Whose house is it?
Big Ticket's
Whose
house?
house is
Big
it?
Ticket's house.
Big Ticket's house.
Woo!
Big Ticket's house.
It's my house.
What?
Collegiate Peaks Bank. We roll up our sleeves to help our local business owners. Because when you think and dream big, Colorado communities win. CollegiatePeaksBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So we've been into enough events now. You know how this works. Fastest time, highest score becomes the champion. If you've been around rodeo or ropers at all, you know the Felton name, Neil and Sean. These guys create great roping horses. Dakota's a second-generation man from Mountain Home, Texas. 24 years young. He's got to put the pressure on the rest of the field. Remember, if the calf isn't standing when you get to it at the end of the rope, there's a term we call you have to clear the calf. What does that mean? It means give the calf an opportunity to stand on its own before you can go on with the tie. And that slowed Dakota down just a little bit, 10.4. Ram is the official truck of the National Western Stock Show. When it comes to trucks, Ram has the longest lasting, most durable line. Text Ram Rodeo to 999-222 for a chance to win $100,000 toward the purchase of a new Ram truck. All right, here comes our first guy with a lot of experience. This is Taylor Santos. He's currently number 11 in the world, two-time national finalist from Creston, California. All right, Taylor. Well, sometimes you throw Hail Marys and they work. So Cinch reminds you to lead, don't follow. Shop for your favorite style at a retail store near you or on cinchjeans.com. Now, we've talked about the Carter jeans. We've talked about the black label, the blue label, the green label, the white label. But you got really into the underwear for some reason this week.
They make awesome underwear, Boyd. I got some on right now.
Folks, he's not kidding, but let's watch your Kansas neighbor. He's just 20 years old. This is Clint Graves. Is this the guy? Did you work for this guy's dad?
No, that's Luke.
Oh, that was Luke Potter. Yeah. That's right. He's coming up after Clint. Oh, yeah. Clint Graves. Do it, Clint. There you go. Now you're cooking. We're running on diesel now. Aero Electronics bringing you the replay. 8.1 for Clint Graves. So seeing Luke Potter's next, and he was the 2020 Rookie of the Year. He's 6'2", 180. That'd be medium, right? That'd be about size for medium underwear. What if he ties the calf at 8 flat? I say you should give him a pair of cinch undies.
Okay, but these aren't just any kind of underwear. Look at these.
What?
Look, do you see that? Murr.
Word. Oh!
Cow underwear. These are good.
They're awesome. All right, Luke Potter, 8-1 in the lead by your buddy. Luke is now 22 years old in his 4th year doing this as a pro. Yes, we can see you on the big screen. Waiting for the barrier to get pulled, the pin to get set. Maple City, Kansas. What was the toughest job you ever had working for Luke's dad?
That would have to be running the scale. Running the scale at Blackwell Livestock Auction.
Oh, okay.
But I employee of the month several times, not a huge deal. So
you were employee of the month?
I named myself.
Come on, Luke. Nope, missed stringing with the picket string. 10 seconds flat. The thing about tie-down roping, and it's one of the things I appreciate about this particular contest, is there's so many tangibles, so many different things that could go wrong. You got a jerk line, you got a pegging string, you got a barrier line. So now the calf kicked free. So it's in no time, is that what, Ryan? Okay, he's clean. All right.
Okay,
he's
good.
Clean. 10 flat. That'll put him number 2. Now we turn to the man we featured in our opening ceremonies. This was the first roper since Joe Beaver in 35 years to win a world championship in his rookie season back in 2019. This year, he finished as the runner-up to the world champion after he won $197,000. He's only 23 years old from Miles City, Montana. Haven Midget. He won round 7 with a 7-1. He won round 9 with a 7-3. So obviously 8-1 does not intimidate Haven Midget. See him wiggle in the reins? Well, he drew a runner. Come on, Haven. Okay. That's good enough for second right now for the champ. We're going to go from one world champion straight to another one. Not only is Shane Hanchy a world champion tie-down roper, he's number 10 in the world, where Haven was number 9. But the difference is Shane has already won this rodeo twice in his career. He won this rodeo in 2013, the same year he won the world championship. And then he came back and won it again in 2018. Staring at an 8-1 for the 32-year-old veteran in his 14th season. Come on, Shane. Whoa. He'll move into the top 2. Just 1/10 of a second off of Clint Graves.
Yeah. Hey, Boyd.
Yes, sir?
Look at it. Guys, this is pretty cool. I didn't know this till now.
What's that?
Cinch actually makes a pair of underwear with a picture of the rodeo announcer on it. Okay?
You're kidding
Look
me.
at this. Look at this. A picture right there. Who wants them?
Oh,
Make some
yeah.
noise, okay?
Oh, everybody boo the clown. He throws like he's Patrick Mahomes.
My shoulder just got thrown out. Okay.
Here's one of Shane's disciples. Shane Hainches took this kid under his wing. Cole Ford, Sulphur, Louisiana, 20 years young. Second year as a pro. Okay. Did you see how that calf ran like a fish? I know.
That makes absolutely no sense.
I absolutely lobbed up a softball to you.
Fish don't run, Boyd.
Well, if they did, they'd run like that calf.
Okay, well, I guess that's your theory.
No, you just keep opening up Cinch underwear like it's a new surprise every time.
This is the last pair I'm going to give away for everybody that loves America.
Any Patriots out there?
American flag underwear.
America. Well, America gives way to Kyle Lucas of Carstairs, Alberta, Canada. Kyle's sister is the one that's doing our interviews for us today. She's a former Miss Rodeo Canada. His dad, Joe Lucas, dominated the roping in the Northwest. Come on, let's go for an 8 flat, Kyle. Let's go for an 8 flat. Oh! So wait for it. So if this holds, once he gets his buckle, he'll have to walk over to his younger sister to be interviewed. Okay?
Hey.
And I think she knows some things about him that she might be able to share that none of us have the privilege of knowing. So.
Hey, Kyle, is your sister single? Not asking for me, I'm married. Unless, okay, anyhow. All right.
How about it, folks? Let's give him something for the 7-5. That was a fine run. But I'm telling you, it might not be safe because this guy is next. This is an absolute up-and-coming sensation in the tie-down roping field. Kincaid Henry of Mount Pleasant, Texas. Watch this. Oh. You know what, though? I like the aggression. That calf dropped his head just as he let go of that rope, but he was going to win first, folks. He wasn't going to get a check. Come on, pay off Kincaid Henry, Mount Pleasant, Texas. So who's tied we've been here 16 days. What's the fastest calf that's been tied during the entire run, and who did it? 7.1 seconds by this 38-year-old veteran right here. Ryan Jarrett, Comanche, Oklahoma, in his 20th season as a pro. Come on, RJ, do it again. Oh, just had a little trouble on the tie. He was pushing it, though, folks. That's going to put him in the top 4. So he'll get him a nice check out of today. But up to this point, this had the makings of being fast until that happened right there. Missed the hooey. Everybody say, missed the hooey.
Not everybody did it. Try it again. Missed the hooey. Very good.
Well, there'll be a quiz on this later on in the show.
Hooey.
Michael Otero. I'll never forget this guy had the best 2019 a guy could have. He won San Angelo, and then he went on to Houston and won Houston. Went to the national finals that year. He's married to a national finals barrel racer, Michael Otero, Millsap, Texas.
Jack it up.
Come on, Michael. Ho, ho, ho. That's the pleasure of being last to go at 7.7. It'll be good enough for the second place finish. With one more to go, there's one more to go. If that holds, I should have done the disclosure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So remember when I told you Rocker Steiner was the youngest guy in the bareback riding and he went on and won it? Well, here's the youngest guy in the finals of in the tie-down rope, and he's just 19 years old. This is Trevor Hale from Perryton, Texas. In case you don't realize it, the older you get, the more you realize youth is where it's at. Oh, hard-running black calf. Nine and 7. We'll leave him in the number 7 position when it's all said and done. So let's look at this board, shall we? It's very interesting when we peek at it. Lucas in front of Otero, Graves, and Hainchy. If you enjoyed the rope, and it was all brought to you by Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply. And now it's a no time for your final cowboy, by the way. That was a no time for Trevor. Paul Andrews will once again be joining us on the arena floor with the belt buckle that will go to your champion, tie-down roper. Joe's son, Katie's brother from Carstairs, Alberta, Canada. How about it for Kyle Lucas with a big smile on his face? Way to go, champ. You take that buckle in your hand now and go talk to Sis. This ought to be good.
Kyle, I've had a front row seat to watch all of the hard work that you've put into your career. How good does it feel to see it all accumulate into this buckle?
I watched Rocker Steiner do that good interview, and I don't know how I'm going to get you guys pumped up as he did, but I know this is awesome to be here with you guys. I had a great calf. I got a new horse, and I serve a good God, and I claim this victory in His name. And I've always thought that this was like one of the best crowds. I said I didn't know what it was, but it's sure loud in here, and I sure love it in Denver.
Well, congratulations, Kyle. Tie-down roping champion here at the National Western.
Congratulations, you two. Happy for both of you.
Action!
I've got a secret. With Xfinity Internet, you get fast and reliable speeds that meet your needs and budget. Wow. Even Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig to power all your devices. And save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Get the best value with Xfinity.
Learn about gig speed Wi-Fi or get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile and you could save hundreds a year on wireless. Switch today.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call. Check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-867-0877. That's 1-800-867-0877 now.
Coffee is kind of like life. It's only as good as you make it. That's why we're making a promise to ensure you get a perfect, freshly brewed cup of coffee. Every cup of coffee. The freshly brewed guarantee. If you don't love it, we'll replace it.
At King Soopers, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
12 to go. Only one will leave here a winner. Let's start with our defending champion. The last time we left Denver in 2020, prior to the pandemic, this lady had the buckle. This is Carly Taylor, Andersonville, Tennessee. Nice little horse, 2 smooth turns. And we stop it at a 15:30, 15.30 on the run for Carly. Now we're ready to go with Brady Whiteside, Longview, Alberta, Canada. Rulebook says 1 turn to the right or 2 turns to the left. 1 turn to the left, followed by 2 turns to the right. How about it? Yippee-ki-yay, cowgirl. Whoa, 15:06. That's a smoking fast run right there for the Canadian cowgirl. We'll be moving on now to the number 6 barrel racer in the world. She's from Reeds, Missouri. This is Emma Charleston. Reeds, Missouri cowgirl. And her little sorrel horse is being just a little bit finicky. One of our pickup men might ride over and help her ride in. Or one of our cowboys giving an assist to Emma. The Reeds, Missouri cowgirl. 6th in the world in the early going of the 2022 season. Lifts her leg to get by that barrel. Got it. Oh my gosh. You never see that. I mean, when we time to the 1/100th of a second, you rarely see a tie. 15:06. Well, if it comes down to that, Brady Whiteside will have the tiebreaker. But look out for this lady. She's made some of the fastest runs of the week. Alyssa Riley, Hyco, Texas. She's had a real good showing. Alyssa Riley. Hyco, Texas. Because this horse can run and this horse can turn. And this girl can ride. Let's go. 15:15. We'll put her number 3. So we go to the riding redhead next. Emily Beisel of Weatherford, Oklahoma, won $129,000, finished in the top 3 in the world at her 3rd national finals. This is Weatherford, Oklahoma. There's the right-hand turn for Emily. Good job. One more to get by, then it's home for the holidays. Here we go. 15:18 puts her in the number 4 spot. Now we turn to the number 2 ranked barrel racer in the world. Watched her win money in Dayton, Iowa, and Dodge City, Kansas, and now I can add Denver, Colorado to the list. This is Brianna Holubzak from 10 Strike, Minnesota. The Golden Gopher, the land of 10,000 lakes. A bit wide on that first one. She'll tighten it up on the second. Straight line for number 3. 15-12 will move her into the number 3 spot. Folks, this cowgirl is going for her 5th National Western title. She won it in 07, 09, 2010, and 2012. This is Brittany Posey Tanazi, the 2-time world champion, now living in Lampasas, Texas. Trying to make number 5 come alive. Gotta be 15:05. It's up. What? Are you kidding me? 14:89. She gives way to the number 8 ranked barrel racer in the world, Cassidy Champlin, Pilot Point, Texas. She's number 8 in the world. Got to beat a 14:89. 15-12 will tie her for 4th. Will tie her for 4th. Now to Leslie Small you go. Skiatook, Oklahoma. Next on the radar.
Wave your hands in the
Scat Cat, little red horse. Ooh, tight corners. Too tight. Too tight in the third one. That's 5 seconds. Will turn it into a 20-23 for Leslie Smolyago from Skiatook, Oklahoma. Well, you met Tyler Wegesbach in our opening and in the steer wrestling, but he married a pretty accomplished barrel racer named Sarah Rhodes. She's been to the National Finals Rodeo twice. She's a Georgia-born cowgirl, number 11 in the world. Sarah Rose Wegesbach. Oop, horse stumbles on 2. She'll throttle down now, folks. Whenever one stumbles, they'll generally just kind of throttle back. That's just protecting the animal. That's just being careful with your horse. Penalty of 5 will be a 22-12 for Sarah. Now, the only other lady here to record a time in 14 seconds is the next cowgirl to go, Shannon McReynolds from La Luz, New Mexico. She's broken the 15-second barrier one time before. Oops. Number 3 in the world just took a barrel, so that'll leave her out of contention. In a 20-38 with the penalty of 5, which will allow our rakers to groom the ground, place the barrels back where they belong, and now it's time for Stephanie Fryer. Waco, Texas. The cowgirl from the heartland has been a champ at every level in her lifetime. Comes from a cowboy family. Come on, Steph. You're looking good. Oh, 15:35 will put her in the number 9 spot. So that does it, boys. You can quit raking. Let's send that truck around and pick up those barrels. We're so thankful that Ram brought us the barrel racing. And when you look at the top of the board, this is the 5th time in her career she's done this. She's the 3rd highest money winner in barrel racing history. at $2.6 million earned, ladies and gentlemen. $2.6 million, 15 trips to the national finals, two-time champion of the world, and she will be joining our president, Paul Andrews, to receive that buckle. Thanks for the text. I finally got it right. Ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Posey Tanazi, your 5-time National Western champ. Here's Katie with Brittany.
Brittany, as Boyd said, this is your 5th time to win the title here in Denver. Watching all you had to go through, the 4 runs, picking up that 3rd barrel on your last run and winning it in such spectacular fashion. How does this one stack up?
You know, I've just been super blessed to have the nice horses I've had, and this is actually my 17th year to come to Denver, and yeah. And it never gets old winning. You know, I'm not usually the trick rider, but at the 3rd barrel and in this type of format where first wins, you know, the fastest time wins first, and so I had to go for it.
Well, congratulations, Brittany, your 5th title. Safe to say, the crowd is proud of our barrel racing champion.
At Subaru, we know the mountain is where you want to be. The fresh pow, the crisp Rocky Mountain air, the pure, unadulterated adrenaline. And nothing handles winter roads to get you there like a Subaru. This year, Subaru is helping you make tracks in more ways than one. Buy or lease any new Subaru and get 2 season passes to Copper Mountain or Eldora. Conquer the high alpine terrain in world-class bowls at Copper Mountain or the closest resort to the Front Range at Eldora. Visit SubaruMakeTracks.com to find your retailer.
You need to stomp those feet.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the
Sing it. Watch this bull. The bull comes from Canada. Big, stout, and unridden. Did you hear me? This bull's never been ridden. Cullen Telfer came all the way from Plant City, Florida. Why not start the bull riding off with a history-making ride? Ride a bull that's never been ridden. The bull's name is Too Far Gone. Yeah! We're on it! We're on it! Oh, look at the clock. 7.88 seconds. You got to ride him for 8. That's the rule, folks. You give that Floridian a huge hand. He's only 22 years old. And by the way, how about your Aero Bullfighters? Colorado's own Aero Electronics. In the white jersey with the black hat, that is Quirt Hunt. In the black jersey, the silver belly, that is Wasey Munsell. And Aero guides innovation forward for the world's leading companies with solutions that make life not only different, but better. Aero, 5 years out. Okay. I'm a believer in this kid right here. This bull also came from Canada. It's a 4-year-old. But Bubba Gregg of Iowa has proven to me he's the real deal. That's the number 4 ranked bull rider in the world. He's 21 years old in his 2nd season out of Esterville, Iowa, and he just marked 89 points to light the torch. All right, Roscoe Jarbo, 25-year-old cowboy. Get a load of this. Stetson Wright, who you'll see later, won Casper on this bull with a 91.5-point ride. This is Milburn Special out of 7X. Smoke Wagon. Roscoe, 5-time NFR qualifier. And there you see, whoa! Mitchell What? Hey, what are you being cocky about? You're so ugly even a farm animal won't hit on you.
No.
I mean, this bull smoked Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell got smoked.
Here's the thing. You know why that bull didn't hit me?
Why?
He knows better.
All right. Oh, please.
Mitchell, are you okay? Mitchell, quit being dramatic. I guess we'll just let him sit right there for now. He's fine. He's just got to get his air. He's fine.
Oh, no score for Roscoe. How about a Banner, Wyoming bull rider by the name of Clayton Savage? He's got a bull called Slamwich. The judges marked this bull 45 points in Sydney, Iowa. Then a week later, they marked him 44 points in Sikeston, Missouri. What do you mean by that? Well, if the bull rider matches the bull, if it's a 45-point bull, you're going to be a 45-point ride. That's 90 points.
Slamwich.
Slamwich. "35-year-old bull rider in his 16th year, three-time NFR qualifier. Oh, no. Now we know where the slam came from in the Slamwich. From the Coors Bucket Shoot, no score. Folks, not many 35-year-old bull riders make it to the short round at Denver. How about a little more for Clayton Savage?
It's not that old. 35 is not that old, Boyd.
It's like bull riders are like running backs, okay? It's tough on your body to be a bull rider, okay? Now, the 35-year-old team roper, dozens of them, okay? Okay, TJ, I'm going to say a prayer for you because this bull has never been ridden in 2 years. TJ Schmidt, Belfast, South Dakota, big old school primer. That's called reality check. This is a bodacious move. If you ever saw the big yellow whale named Bodacious to Sammy Andrews, he had that little hump that would bring guys down on his horns, and that bull has the same trick. Reality check remains unridden as TJ Schmidt of Belfast comes down. Let's go back to the South Dakota, though. Jeff Burtis is a several-time Badlands Circuit champ. He's got a bull called Dirty Mike. This is a wild young bull that will get in the air from the Survey Championship string. 29-year-old bull rider in his 10th season. Young bull, which means you really don't know what to expect. Oops. Whoa! Look at Wasey. Folks, I don't know what Wasey and Quirt earn. I don't care. All I know is no matter how much we give them, it's not enough. Watch this. I mean, this guy is about to get eaten by this bull right here. See, the bull sees him, but Wasey says, no, get me, come get me. And so he pulls the bull away so the cowboy can get away. He just saved the guy's life right there. You know,
hey,
we just take him for granted because, at least I do, I see him do that stuff 5 times a day, every day. And then, you know, you just sometimes when you see it and it's that good, we need to point it out so everybody knows how good it is. Good job, Wace. Good job, Quirt. Thank you. Now let's go to Jeff Askey. All right, folks, he won the short round here in 2016 with a 91-point ride. He won the Snake River Stampede in Nampa, Idaho last July. He's from Athens, Texas. He's got a big dog. This bull will spin and spin fast. He's going to spin fast. Well, folks, the 30-year-olds are showing up. That's a 33-year-old bull rider right there. And he's in the conversation, 85.5 for Jeff Askey. Hey, just another quick little point, folks. Two things. When the bull riding's over, we're going to show you a replay of the last bull ride. We're going to show you the standings. We're going to do the buckle, and then we're going to do the interview. But don't leave early, because we've got something to show you after the bull riding interview that we think you're absolutely going to love watching, okay? So just stay with us after the bull riding interview. Tyler Bingham, how old you? This might be the best buck and bull on planet Earth. Vitalix Yellowstone. Not his trip. That's not Yellowstone's trip. Going to be a re-ride opportunity for Tyler Bingham, the three-time NFR qualifier. So I think when he kind of got bounced around in the bucket chutes and bounced off the bucket chutes, things just went rough for the Frontier Airline replay. Now we go to, okay, here we go. This is the guy that won the 10th round of the National Finals Rodeo with a 92.5-point ride. He's the champion of the National Finals Rodeo. He rode more bulls than anybody there. He's got a big 1,800-pound 4-year-old bull that is, I mean, almost impossible to ride. This is the one they call the Predator. He is 1,800 pounds, went to the NFR in the rank pen, and Josh Frost. Well, Josh, come on, Josh. Oh my gosh. Come on, Denver. Well, it comes in. He will tie for the top. 89 points. But however, we have a tiebreaker, which would be the highest score from Saturday's competition, and that would belong to the Iowa kid, Bubba Gregg of Esterville. Okay? So that's where that stands right now. Jack Gilmore, Ironton, Missouri. They finished second on this bull in the 10th round of the National Finals. That's right. Sage Kimsey was 88 points on this bull in round 10 of the NFR. Jack Gilmore. Jack is number 11 in the world from Ironton, Missouri. Get out of there, Jack. Uh-oh. You should have took him to rump, Wasey.
Thank you, Wasey.
Somebody needs to stand Mitchell back up.
He's fine.
He's taking a siesta.
His face fell off. Yeah.
No, his head fell off.
His face and head have both fell off.
This is so wrong on so many levels.
Mitchell, just relax, buddy. We're going to get you the help you need. Okay.
Here's Connor Murnion from Jordan, Montana, Greeley Hatworks Exodus. Here's an electric 3-year-old bull. That's young. That's pretty young to start bucking a bull at a rodeo. Normally, until they're at least 3, you'll buck them with dummies. Connor Murnion. Oh, yeah. Mitchell! Mitchell! Come up. Come up. All right, let's go back and get Tyler Bingham. He was the guy that got the re-ride off of Yellowstone. Oh, my. Now he has Northern Lights. So this is a bull, if you ride him, you're supposed to be anywhere between 88 and 92. This is just that kind of bull, folks. Northern Lights. Not easy to ride, but if you do, they're going to pile the points on you. Tyler Bingham is 28 years old in his 11th year. He's a 3-time NFR qualifier.
How's everybody feeling up in the top of the Coliseum? Where y'all at up top, everybody?
You can get your hands going to the beat of the music if you want to.
Everybody, here we go. Follow
Just
me.
put some atmosphere in this room for Tyler Bingham. He's got a brother named Tim that has also been to Las Vegas. Oh! And folks, anybody that has to climb on 2 bulls in one day deserves a little more from all of us. Arrow, 5 years out, brings you the replay. And down he goes. All right, folks. You met him in our opening ceremony. He's the first Cowboy since Ty Murray to win 3 consecutive all-around championships as a rough stock rider. Not only is he a 3-time all-around champion of the world, in 2020, he won the world championship in the bull riding. In 2021, he won the world championship in the saddle bronc riding. This is 22-year-old Stetson Wright. He's got a bull called Hard Knocks. Unfortunately, there's no set pattern on this bull, except that his first jump will be a wild jump into the arena, and then he'll turn back either way. Stetson just has to wait for it. Can the former champion of the world in the bull riding, the man who won Colorado versus the world here on our opening Saturday in the bull riding. All right, he's telling the guys don't jack with him. Just see if we can be nice and kind and move him over a little bit. Right now it's Bubba Gregg in the lead with an 89. On the tiebreaker over Josh Frost. All right, so now he's asking Wasey to wave his hand at the bull a little bit to see if that'll make him stand a little better. Now they're going to put a... All right, he's wanting to start over. Now his brother Jesse will step back up on the... Jesse in the blue shirt on the inside of the arena. That is actually his uncle. I stand corrected. That's Stetson's uncle. He's a world champion saddle bronc rider, too. He won the title in 2012. So they're going to re-pull. And if they get the neck rope underneath the bull, sometimes they'll just rub his chin with it. You know, just like you're petting a puppy. Just kind of rub it back and forth, and that makes him relax a little bit more. Stetson Wright. I mean, he is the face of professional rodeo right now. On Hard Knocks. Come on. Can you feel it? Well, he's going to get a big piece of the pie for this 8-second effort. But the score comes in at 86.5. And Stetson will finish in the top 3. Ooh, Arrow brought you the replay. There it is. Bubba Gregg actually wins the tiebreaker with Josh Frost, Wright, and Askey. Hope you enjoyed it. It was brought to you by Coors Banquet. Measured in seconds, celebrated in ounces. It's the Cowboy way. Let's go down the arena floor where Paul Andrews will be handing the buckle to Bubba Gregg, the young kid from Iowa, Esterville, Iowa. Congratulations, Bubba. This is going to be a big day for you, my man. Way to go. Paul Andrews, our president and CEO, will take the buckle, Bubba, and now have a word with Katie.
Bubba, you're here in your rookie season competing against the best in the world. We're talking multi-time NFR qualifiers and world champions, and you are the champion today. Has it set in yet, knowing just what that means in your young career?
Well, first I gotta thank God. I couldn't do this without him. And I drew great bulls this week. This is my first trip to this rodeo. I was really excited for it, and it just couldn't be any better. It's a dream come true.
First trip to town, and now you're champion here at the National Western in the bull riding.
Thank you, Katie. Congratulations, Bubba.